Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. Last time out we were working with the machine factory and we were trying to increase the machine production, and at the end of that video I did say that I'm going to be looking at more freight and we're going to be looking at tools. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. You currently see me sitting on the side of the road in Springfield, on the border of Springfield, looking at the Springfield station. And you can see over there we have one of those wood trains going over to pick up some more wood, and I think I can hear another train coming this way, probably an empty train, empty state cars going to be, yep, there it is, and that's going to pick up some planks. Now that is going to be very, very important in this video because tools apparently are made purely from wood in this game. And we need to make sure that we can handle the wood correctly so that there is an even distribution, or the correct distribution, going from the lumberyard, I suppose, going from the lumberyard over to the machines factory, and also going from the lumberyard to the tools factory. So make sure you stay tuned for that. This should be an interesting episode, and hopefully we can start getting a lot more in the way of freight lines going. Okay, as we are coming towards the twilight part of this series, I'm going to actually be playing this for now whilst I go to the plan. So we are in 1918, so I want to move time forward just a little bit as we go ahead and do that. You can see that our freight production is almost, or our freight transport is almost double that of our passengers. Now that sort of makes sense because we do not have that much in the way of passengers to transport, not just yet anyway. But what I do need to do is ensure that we do get the next set running, and running as well as we possibly can. Also, I just want to quickly check this. Our production's maximum on that, so there isn't much I can do there. I was just looking at whether I could plan in anything else. Anyway, for our tools, we're going to be bringing them in from Santa Ana. You can see right here we have our tools factory. This tools factory is going to get very, very busy. So it looks like it can transport 400 tools per month, I guess. Port St. Lucia requires tools, so naturally that is the first that's going to get it. So at 118. Springfield is another one at 173. And then we have McAllen that requires it at 79. Now I think those three put together are pretty much going to eat up that entire factory, unfortunately. So what we will need to do is look for another factory for the likes of New Haven. Now the problem is the only factory I can see is this one over here, and that one is going to have to try and cope with. So we need Clearwater, Elgin, and New Haven is going to be the three that one takes. But then we've got another one up here. This one could cover Murrieta, and okay, we can use that to cover Murrieta and Norwalk. That is actually pretty good, which means every city should theoretically get tools to it. That's good. That's probably the first thing that we're going to be able to do and get to every single city. So let's start with this one right over here. Now for this I am going to create a little road, a country road that is, like so. None of that. And we are going to have a train station here. Now the thing is that this train station is going to be rather large. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I think it's about time we looked at fairly large train stations. So over here we have 160 meters. I am actually going to go for a full 240 meter train station. And it is going to have, so we've got one track, none of that. We've got one track coming in. We're going to have it coming in from that side. I want that to be a clear track. We've got a second track coming in from this side. We're probably going to have a double track, so we're looking at, I'm actually going to go ahead and do 4 tracks, and then potentially I'm going to delete one. So I'm going to do, should I do it like that? Should I bring it further back? Let's bring it a little bit further back and pop it in right there. So there is our train station. Now, where is this 240 going to go? Well, the idea is I'm going to try and get a 240 train to pass through Port St. Lucie, then go over and find somewhere to stop at Springfield. I'm actually thinking of building a train station here. That's what I'm actually thinking of doing, and then bringing it along, letting it come along here, and having a freight platform built into this train station for Huntsville. Oh no, Huntsville doesn't need it. Never mind, that's wrong. Where would I bring it out to come to McAllen? I guess I could just have it follow along here, then peel off and just park up here for McAllen, right here. We could just have it park up, and that's the one going to McAllen. From there, we could actually have the railway continue along this way, join on there and join on there, just in case we do manage to get it going towards New Haven. And then we'll have to look at running a route along here over into New Haven, and we need to figure out where we're going to put a freight station in New Haven. Ideally, we could do a little dip underneath here and then have the freight station just stick itself in somewhere like that. So that's the idea. But before we do that, we do need to get some of these. So here's the first one. This is going to be a 160 meter station. Only requires a single track. This is just a halt of some sort. I'm just going to pop that in right there like that. I would have, actually I should have, should I have? I'm just thinking whether I should have considered that to be a terminal station. No, let's leave it like that. Let's leave it like that. So what I will do is I'll end up detailing a little bit and putting some trees around here and something of the sort. So there's our first station. Now let's have a look at how that is going to immediately connect to this. I want to see what the connection is like. So let's say we bring it in onto this platform here. Okay. I'm quite happy with that. That is a pretty large tunnel. So it looks like it's tunneling almost the entire way through. What I would like is for it to go along here and then perhaps only tunnel this section here. So let's see if that is possible. So I'm going to peel it off in this direction. It's not going to get to, there's no way it's going to get to 65, even 60 miles per hour. So I'm happy to slow this down to about 65. Let's see what it does now. Okay. Immediate tunnel. Again. And it pops out there and then comes out like that. Okay. So we do have an uphill section to be battling with here. There, you can see that. So I am going to try and bring this uphill a little bit. Like that. There we go. And now I'll try and do the exact same thing. Now what do we want? That's okay. I'm okay with that. That goes in there. Another large tunnel, except the tunnel now is at the mouth of the, or the base of the mountain. The mouth of the tunnel is at the base of the mountain. Yep, that's it. That is what I wanted. Fantastic. So there's a single track railway doing that. What I will do is, just for completion's sake, actually I might need to double track that at some point, so I'll have to have a look at that. Next up, let's take a look at Port St. Lucie. What do we have over here? Now, looking at where this is, I could very easily increase the number of platforms on this and run this straight along over towards Springfield, because that is where I'm going to put the track. In which case, Port St. Lucie is probably going to be sitting on its own. Yeah, Port St. Lucie is probably going to be sitting on its own little branch, unless I manage to do that and then curve it along in that direction, meaning that... What does that mean? That means that the station has to go right here. And we are going to have the 240 meter station here. And it is going to have 2 tracks. Do I want 2 tracks? Do I want 3 tracks? Do I want 4 tracks? That's the question. And I think if I place it here, that's probably the ideal spot. 2 tracks, 3 tracks, or 4 tracks. I want 4 tracks, but I'm going to have to adjust these. No, let's do 2 tracks, and I'll make an adjustment to this. So, you can see the tools have to go all the way over there, but that is okay because I'm going to adjust the roads to get the tools in. What I need to do is I need to configure this, and first of all, I need to delete these because this needs to become a lot bigger, like so. Then I'll add these in, and I suppose a little one of that. The next thing I want to do is I want to delete this. I want to add tracks in. There we go. 4 tracks, and then I want to add the platform back in. Like so. That is much better. I'm then going to go ahead and see what happens with a road over here. Not quite what I wanted. No, that isn't what I want either. Roughly that's what I want. So if I were to make a tiny little road like that, destroy that section, pop in a large road right here, like that. That is not the kind of angle I wish for. I would like to have a better angle upon this. Perhaps that. That's better. Let's do that. And then I will just... right. I will demolish you. I keep pressing the wrong one. And I'll do that, and then join you and you up like that. Okay. Similarly, I will join you up right in front there. Oh look, traffic lights, lovely. And then you, this large one, is going to go this way, and then diagonally, actually no, we'll do something slightly different here. I will demolish that very quickly, build that upwards like that, and then do that. There you go. In fact, no, I'll just go straight to a country road there. That's better. And then I should be able to, theoretically, if I can press the right button. Oh, that's something the patch has brought in that I didn't know we could have. We can just do road crossings now. Well, fantastic. I will just do that because I do quite like these, to have these little diagonals like this. And then, for completion's sake, ta-da. Looking good. Looking good. Even back here, I'll do a tiny box street like so. Okay, fantastic. And then what I need to do is I will need to, and I know I'm doing this in a strange order perhaps, but there is a method to my madness, or a madness to my method, one or the other. No. I will do this. No, potentially I'll just do this, and I will have this pretty long all the way along there. Getting rid of that little bit there, and that is looking rather good. Let's do that. Okay. It isn't terrible. It's looking okay. Now what I need to do is figure out how this is going to connect to a couple of things. One, I need it to connect over to this. But you know what? That isn't terrible. That is not terrible at all. Secondly, I do need to change this entire station out. So when we are going to be using that particular platform, so I need to make sure that that's okay. I will be doing that, and there we go. That's now the 4. This thing's going to be whistling for eternity now. I will do that. There's our track. I will leave that as is for now. I'll just leave that exactly as that is, and then I will look to connect this track over to this track. So what are we looking at? A valley, that's fine, an embankment, and then roughly flat for that particular section. Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. Next, and next, and next. There we go. Okay, and then to help with this a little bit, let's go ahead and just smooth this out just a little. There, that's better, and just here as well. In fact, this one is pretty much completely okay. It's only a couple of meters. You can see there, that's maybe 2 or 3 meters. So that is not too bad at all. Okay, so now that I have that, I need to somehow manage to get that connected to these 4. And these 4 do need to stay split. So let's see what sticking a standard track in would do for this. I'm guessing it's going to cut through that oil field and cause trouble. It does not. It is very close to that oil field, but it does not cut through. Interesting. All the way out of here, I'm quite happy with it, as a matter of fact. So what I need to do is I need to ensure that the outermost one, this one, does not cut through the oil field, and as long as it does not, and it does, no, it just collides with a road. That's fine, because I can always say, hey, look, new road. Road only goes up to there, and then road does that. There, look, ta-da. Okay, try that again. Now what's it? Nope, that's it. Right, I knew it was going to do that. That's fine. It's got quite a long distance for that. This is going to dip the road. That's not a problem either. It is quite low all the way through. What if I did that? That's too big. Okay. I would not have mind that, but that is a super long embankment. And I'd rather not have that. Okay, in the interest of getting this done, let's go for that. And then we can always adjust later if need be. Now that we have that, what I do need to do is split this at this point. Maybe not quite there. This is where I need to split it. There and along there. That's good. And let's go ahead and connect this all the way up to where it needs to be. Where are you going? Up to there. Okay, so now we have a route to get wood in from there to there. Then we've got a way to get it to, first of all, Port St. Lucie, which is our first stop. The second stop is already being worked on. So what we need to now do is we need to figure out where we are going to put a freight station in here. So how big is the station? You're looking at about that kind of size. That is the size you're looking at. That isn't too big. That is not too big at all. Now, alternatively, all of this is on this side. So theoretically, we could have the station over here. And then bridging over, because that might even be a better option. We could literally stick the station in, what, here? That would be interesting. That would be very, very interesting. And given that all the tools on this side, it does make sense to have the station on this side. What my concern is that will this be able to take additional tracks? The answer is no. You can see that is the reason. Do we need it to take additional tracks? Or can I say, look, we'll have 4-track, so we can have 4-track running all the way to about here, where it's going to shrink into 2 tracks, and then have it peel off. You'd have it come along this track and peel off in this direction, and then we could do that and then have the station there. Alternatively, we could... Now, lowering that is not an option. Okay, let's try something. I would like to flatten the ground around here. So all of that should be at the level of... That's the level I want it. Right. And if I flatten all of this, can I stick a station right here? The answer should be a very easy yes. And it is. I can stick a station here without any issues. And it only needs to be a 2-track station. So I can very easily do that. Okay. And then what I need to decide is how it comes off this bridge. So do we just peel it off the bridge immediately like what? No. Let's do that. Do we peel it off the bridge like this immediately? It says construction not possible. That's probably due to the points there. Do we do that? Just peel it off the bridge? That's a possibility. do we try and find a way to make an additional line? Because perhaps on this side, maybe it will accept. Nope, that's a collision. And that's a bridge pillar collision. Wait a minute. We have an acceptance here. Okay, we've got something. This is potentially good. Because what we will need to do is we're going to have to run those two on this side and then run the wood line on this side. That is how it's going to have to run, and then bring it back in, because that's probably the only way it's going to work here. I'm going to grab that just in case it disappears suddenly. A strange one to say the least, but it does work. Look at that. I can get it in on this bridge, and it's a really strange bridge the way the supports are, but it is a bridge nonetheless. That crosses over that side, so what I need to do is I need to manage that. No, that's wrong. I need to manage this one first. There. And then I need to manage this one. There, like that. Okay, and then from there we can do this and this. Something tells me this junction is going to become very, very difficult to manage. Yeah, something tells me this junction is going to become very, very difficult to manage. What I am going to do is destroy these bridges again, and I'm just going to try, in my infinite stupidity, yeah, I thought so, but there is something, look. I think there is a possibility here. Right, you've gone back to that point. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run you like that. Let's destroy this bit. Let's try and run this bit along. Something isn't right here. But I am going to try something. Right. Here we go. So from here, if I try to take that straight across to there, what does it give me? Bridge, pillar, collision, and collision. But if I try to do... Is there anything I can do here? No. So how did I do it initially? It accepts it somewhere. Somewhere along this line it is accepting it. I just need to figure out where. Not there. Not there. Is it because of the height of this? Let's try this. Right, let's try that. are you more willing to accept it at a height that is far greater than what it is? No. So what do you want? Wait. There's far less pillars there. There has to be a way to do this. There's got to be a way. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. I have 10 minutes of this episode to go to find this method. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break that and I'm going to try and bring this across from here. Yeah, you see, this is no good. So the first step is to make this run parallel to that. That's step one. Step two is to try and understand how this gets across to there. And that's the way it gets across. And you can see that there is a bridge pillar collision because we cannot make it across. However, there must be an angle at which, I mean, it accepts that one. Could I realistically do that and peel it off? Is that a realistic idea? It is a realistic idea if I were to move, if I were to use this one to peel off in that direction and connect this one to the new track, meaning I shift these onto this line and then have those coming out from the other line. This can work. This can work. Right. Here's the new plan. This is now going to shift. So we're going to do this, and we'll do this, and I'm going to connect up this side like so. And like so. Is this going to be temporary or not? I'm just trying to think. It is. It is going to be temporary. I need to connect you up to there temporarily, and you up to there, like that. I am then going to have an additional crossing. So you wait there, so I'm going to have an additional crossing across here. What does that do? Let's double slip that, and let's go ahead and just delete one tiny little bit. That bit. Where does the track go? Okay, track's moved. Track has moved. I'm going to ensure that there is a signal on this, like that. What's the track doing now? Track has moved and it's on the opposite side. Fantastic. So now we've got this section flipped over. Now what I need to do is I need to demolish this section here, right the way back, reconnect this lot, which I sincerely hope do reconnect, and they do. Why is that 31 miles per hour? Here, look, 67 miles per hour all the way through, and then peel this off in that direction with a remarkably slow corner, but a corner nonetheless. That will work. There you go. 30-ish miles per hour. Okay. It is a rather tight corner. It is a rather tight corner. I would have been much happier if that corner was not quite as tight. Now I need to work out the next right. Obviously this is a mess. So I'm going to clean this up. So if I just go ahead and pause that a moment. Just going to break all of this section. I would like to very much smooth this corner out. There you go. You may now continue on your merry way. Now the question is, could I potentially, would it accept, let's just say I did that, would it accept that? Well, theoretically I can just break this part of the bridge and try it. Now you see, it accepts that as well, and that is a much better corner. So I'm going to try my very best to do that. Line that up and bring that in. And then I can delete not that bit of track. Thankfully there's nothing down there. Nothing running on that piece of track just yet. I can delete this bit of track and these subsequent bits, like so. Delete. No, do not delete that bit of track. Just follow it through. And what do you know? That is quite a lot better. I wonder if I can improve that further. If it just had it going straight. No, I'm tempting fate here. So there is our new station. Now, to ensure that we get the correct tools to the correct place, I need to, step one is I need to potentially increase the size of the not the size of the platform, to increase how this looks. I have to use better buildings. It's just a shame to use small buildings. There we go. Next I need to have a road, not that, a road. No, not that. A road. Third time lucky. Now where is this road going to go? It can connect out this side, I think. And it can connect out the other side. So let's make this road quite specific in where it goes. Bridge pillar collision. What? Are you kidding? Oh, it's that. Okay. So it's this one that's ending up with a collision of some sort because it's just being silly. Okay, that's fine. Let's just leave it at that then for now. And what I can do is I can try to build a road here that goes, and you see that's too large. But if I were to demolish, get rid of tiny little bit and do this, go on, curved road now. There, that's the road continued, and we can hopefully, can I bridge this? Oh, no, too much slope. Okay. Every tiny little bit of this is screaming. I can. Too much slope, but I can bridge the entire thing. Okay, what if I bridged it like that? Hey, look. That works. That very much works. Okay, I have an idea. So I'm going to bring this, let's give it a straight line. Let's pause this to stop the screaming. Let's do that, and then that's not quite working as I wanted it to. I just had it. I literally just had a perfect... Where did it go? I had the perfect one right now, just now. I mean, it accepts that, but that's way too large. I don't want it to accept that. Wait, bridge pillar collision. It will accept that. And I might just be tempted to take that. I think it's probably worth it. What I can do is I can do this and that, like so, and then connect this up to, so if I just keep that straight like that, upgrade this, and then connect you to you. Ooh, okay, maybe not. Connect you to, okay, tell you what, just do go like that. Connect up where I want it to connect, and then destroy. There you go. Do you know what? That is probably a good place to end this particular episode. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetslp for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you guys next time in Transports Fever 2, where we will continue this, and we are going to try and get the actual freight system running, and then see what we can do. So we need to connect this to McAllen, then we need to create the road networks, or the routes on the road for the trucks, and then just get it running, and let's see what happens. I'll see you guys then.